Hello. It's been a long time, so I wanted to catch you guys up to speed. If you haven't been following me on TikTok and Instagram, you've kind of missed a lot. So let's catch you up before we start testing for this cycle. Those of you that don't know, my doctor said she would do, my OBGYN doctor said that she would do 3 rounds of Letrozole, and that was it. I've done 2.5 milligrams every time, same amount. And this cycle is my 3rd cycle on Letrozole. She said after this cycle, she would just refer me to a fertility specialist, a reproductive endocrinologist, same thing. I figured I should probably call ahead because just like all my other cycles, I'm assuming this one's not gonna work because when I get my hopes up, I get let down. So I've just assumed that this one isn't gonna work and that I wanted to reach out to somebody to help me early on. So I did that. I researched different reproductive endocrinologists / fertility specialists in my area. I found one that had really good reviews and is actually super close to home, even though people travel from like super far away to come visit him. And I asked to be put on a wait list because they said the earliest I could get him was July. So my plan was I was going to finish out this cycle of Letrozole, take probably like 2 months off, maybe still try on my own, maybe just, not try at all. And then in July, I'd meet with the endocrinologist and hope that it goes well from there. Well, I went on vacation recently. It was very fun, family vacation. We went to Michigan. It was beautiful and nice. While I was there, I got a call from the specialist and she said, hey, you have all your paperwork done already, because I made sure I did that. And she said, how would you like to come in next week instead of in July? And I said, oh my gosh, I would love that. So she fit me in the day after we came back from vacation. It was perfectly timed. We came back from vacation. My husband and I did a virtual meeting with the fertility specialist, and then he has like a main nurse who kind of runs everything underneath him. So I've worked closely with both of them at this point. We did a really long conversation and a really long meeting. He kind of got background on everything. What have I done so far? What have we tried? What tests have we done? They agreed with everything and they were like, yeah, we can do this. So they put me on a bunch of medication. I already took the Letrozole. I met with them like, I don't know, maybe a week into my cycle, or maybe a week and a half into my cycle. And I did my Letrozole. They gave me metformin because they confirmed I have PCOS. The nurse said even just by looking at my ovaries, I had a bunch of follicles, which usually means PCOS, and I had a cyst on my right ovary. It could be from endometriosis or it could be from taking the Letrozole. Either way, they're not sure. And then I'm taking metformin because of the insulin resistance that goes with PCOS. The metformin is supposed to help with that. I also have to do a low glycemic diet, which means that it's low carb, low sugar. I don't cut it out completely, but it's low. If you look up like Google glycemic index, anything that has a score of 70 or lower, I can eat. But if it's higher, I can't eat it. And it's gone well so far. It's really hard because I love sugar, and I wonder if that's why I crave sugar all the time, because my body needs it. My blood sugar goes from really high to really low, to really high to really low, and it never kind of stays consistently in the middle like it's supposed to. So now I have to eat kind of consistently, small meals throughout the day, and eat this lower carb, lower sugar diet. They also gave me a bunch of supplements to take. I'm taking a B6 vitamin, B12 vitamin, a D3 vitamin, baby aspirin, something else, a prenatal vitamin. I think there might be one other thing, but I can't remember what it is right now. My doctor also gave me a progesterone to take after ovulation, so I've been taking that. It's not orally and it's not a shot. It's a very interesting way to take medication. Didn't know that was an option. I think that's it. Oh, and also my DHEA, I think is right, sulfate levels were high, which is just another indication of PCOS, so not surprising. But I have to take a medication at night because that is when that level spikes. And so I have to do that at night. So now I'm taking so many medications. I take 2 in the morning, I take like 6 with dinner, and then I take 2 at bedtime. So I went from like 1 prenatal vitamin to a bunch of medications, which I'm not really happy about, but whatever, I gotta do. Ovulation was pretty late this time. I think it was like, hold on, let me check. It wasn't until cycle day 23 that I actually ovulated, which is very late, especially since I was on Letrozole. But I think the 2.5 milligrams doesn't really work for me, so it didn't really do anything. But 23 is my lucky number, if you know that. If you don't know that, it's my lucky number. It was my mom's favorite number, and it usually feels like it's a sign that she's like telling me I'm on a good path and things are going well. So the fact that it was on day 23 is cool. I'm 7 DPO right now. I'm gonna take my first test tomorrow. I don't feel super confident because of the fact that they didn't increase my letrozole. Next cycle, the fertility specialist will, but I didn't because this cycle I was with my OBGYN still. But after I finish this round, I get to go with my fertility specialist, which I'm super excited about. They're so nice and so helpful, and already have told me so many answers that I haven't gotten in the past like 3 years I've been going to doctors. It's insane. So I'm really glad they did that. But I do feel somewhat confident that I'm on other medications like the metformin and the progesterone, so hopefully that helps. When I talked to the fertility specialist initially, he said he didn't want to waste this cycle. So the fact that he said that and put me on all this stuff makes me excited. As far as symptoms, I don't have too many, and the ones that I do have, I'm not sure if it's due to the medications or if it's due to pregnancy. I feel kind of out of breath, but I know that can be due to progesterone. Because when progesterone increases, it kind of makes you out of breath. So my thought is it's related to that. I've also felt kind of nauseous today and yesterday, but again, might just be due to the 5,000 medications I'm taking. Besides that, I feel normal, no really cramping, no headaches, no exhaustion, nothing like that. Maybe a little bit more emotional, but that's pretty normal for me before I get my period anyway. I'm expecting my period to come probably next Saturday because the last 2 cycles I took letrozole, I got my period on 14 DPO, so I'm guessing it'll be the same again this time. But I think that's everything you guys missed. There's been a lot of updates. I feel good about being with the fertility specialist, so of course I want this cycle to work, and of course I want this to be our month, and I really hope that it is. But I'm trying to remind myself that if it's not, we have a really good doctor that we're working with now who is convinced that they can help us and that they can get us pregnant. So that makes me feel much better, knowing the plan and knowing what's gonna happen from here on out. So hopefully the next video you see of me is getting a positive pregnancy test. But now y'all up to date. Let me know any questions you have down below in the comments, and I can make a follow-up video if there's a lot of questions. It's finally testing time. Today is 8 days past ovulation. It is cycle day 31. I didn't ovulate until cycle day 23 this time, so it's going to be a long cycle again. This is May 23rd, 2021. Those of you that don't know, 23 is my lucky number, so I'm hoping that today brings us some luck. My temperature has went down the past few days, but it's still well above cover line because 2 days ago it jumped up a lot, so it's still very high. I'm gonna still do the ovulation test, and then I also have my proof test to check my progesterone tomorrow. I'll actually get blood test results for progesterone, but in the meantime, I'm doing these to see how they look. I'll do an easy at-home pregnancy test, a wand faux pregnancy test, and first response pregnancy test. I know 8 DPOs is still kind of early, so I'm trying not to have my hopes up too much. Even if I don't see a line, there's still a chance that it could come in the next few days. So let's go ahead and take a look at these ones and hope that for some reason there's a line at 8 DPO. If you watched my update video, you know that we've made a lot of changes this cycle. I'm on metformin, I'm on progesterone, I'm on a lot of different medications and supplements that I was not on previously. So even though we did not increase the letrozole, and even though my peak was much later than it should have been on the letrozole, I still hope that it was enough changes to make a difference. Only been 3 minutes. I don't know what that was. It's only been 3 minutes, but I can't keep waiting, so I'm just gonna put you guys down over there, take a little quick sneak peek. Even though it's not done drying yet, it's okay. We can still look good. Okay. stay there. Got a wall down here. So let's get a quick glance. Nothing obvious on first glance. Nothing yet. I don't think I see anything yet. Okay, I'm going to take a picture of my proof test to see how my progesterone's looking. And then I'll be back. I don't think I'm seeing anything. I see a darker line on the proof, which is not what you want. That means that my progesterone is low instead of high like it should be. So it's confusing because that one you don't want a line on, but there is. My LH looks probably the same as it was yesterday. Still higher than normal, but not like peak. The Wandfo and the Easy at Home, I don't really see anything on. In the first response, I see like a shadowy line, but I'm pretty sure it's just an indent because my dog barking outside. I'm pretty sure that's just an indent because these have a lot of indents. I'm not seeing anything on the other two. So I'll give it a few more minutes, try to get some videos of them, and hope that it's just too early. I don't see anything. The first response looks the most promising. Do you have my really sad dog outside my door? She'll try to come out. First response looks most promising, but I've gotten a lot of indents in there, so I'm not getting too excited. It's only 8 DPO, so try again tomorrow.